If you've ever spotted a red flag on social media or a dating app, you know the swipe left instinct. But scammers are counting on people to ignore those warning signs. So joining us now to help you protect your heart and your wallet is Denise Lienhard, General Manager of Zelle. Thank you so much for joining us. And romance scams continue to be a growing concern. And what are you seeing, and what should people keep in mind when they swipe, scroll, and even message?
So unfortunately, romance scams are increasing every day. And what we see in terms of where they start is they start on social media platforms, they start in dating apps, potentially online marketplaces, and even in those text messages or phone calls that you'll receive from people that you don't know. So really, it's important when you're conversing on any of these platforms to really verify the identity. Or if you receive a phone call or a text from somebody that you don't know, you don't need to pick up the phone, just let it ring.
Yes, I do that. What do they call it? Screening your calls. If I don't know it, I'm going to let you leave a message if it's important, and if it's not, then bye. So why do scammers, though, look to push conversations into private DMs or even text messages?
Yeah, so what we see is scammers, they may start the conversation on a dating app or an online marketplace or a social media platform, and then pretty quickly they'll try to get you to move to a phone call or a text message. And when you move into these private channels, you just have less safeguards and you have less ways to verify the identity. So be really, really thoughtful and careful before you make that move.
Yeah, it sounds pretty scary too. How should people use digital payments safely then, as intended?
Yeah, so it's so interesting. When we think about romance scams, the conversation could actually be happening for weeks or months at a time before money is even mentioned. But then when you are using digital payments platforms, it's really important to use it like you would with cash. So you should only be sending digital payments to people that you know, love, and trust. On the Zelle platform, we actually have billions of data points in order to ensure that our platform is safe and secure, and we have great fraud detection. In 2025 alone, we actually had $1.2 trillion in terms of volume running on our platform with an average spend of about $300. That high average spend indicates that people are using these digital payment platforms for things like rent, paying childcare, paying the small businesses that they know, really using it for those everyday expenses and paying people that they know and trust, which is really what these digital payments platforms are intended for.
Yeah, you mentioned supporting small businesses. We know many people use those digital payments for that. So how does Zelle fit into that specifically?
So at Zelle, we love our small businesses. So we have approximately 8 million small businesses on the platform who are using us every day. And these small businesses are using us not only to get paid, like that babysitter or that nanny, but they're also using Zelle in order to potentially buy supplies or to even pay their employees. So it really becomes the lifeblood of these small businesses as they start to move money. The other thing we have is we have 2,400 financial institutions on the network, and the majority of those financial institutions are community banks and credit unions. Again, really thinking about the small business economy and really fueling Main Street.
Well, I think that's wonderful. I've definitely used Zelle before and had a great experience. So for those who want more information, though, where can they go?
You can go to Zelle.com in order to learn more.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today and for keeping us safe. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.